I'm Alex.
And I'm Teddy.
And I'm Spencer.
And we are
The Button Mappers.
Hey, the Button Mappers.
Boom! Boom! Boom!
Hey guys, we're the Button Mappers.
Welcome to Xbox Month.
Boom! Let me hit you with some Mountain Dew facts. Mountain Dew fact number 1. Did you know the Button Mappers are the baddest boys in gaming?
Welcome to Mountain Dew Facts with Teddy. I forget what episode it was. Oh no, it was the No More Heroes map out I was listening to, and we had Pro Gamer Strat with Teddy.
Talking to you all about how to maximize your bike usage.
Yeah, that's what it was. This is a bike usage. Welcome to the. I take it we've already started. Welcome to the Xbox franchise ranking video. What's up, guys?
Yo.
Super excited to get this rank going. We've got 11 games here, and I'm super pumped to have Axel on the channel as well.
What's going on, guys? This is officially the Button Mappers X edition, right? We get dirty in here.
Let's get X-rated.
No, that's the
X-rated.
triple X edition.
Triple X. It's going to smell great.
So we play BMX, Triple X.
Yeah.
I was only allowed to play double X.
Double X.
Bad.
Never had
What are we
an
doing,
X.
Spencer?
What were we? I thought you were the freaking host of this.
No, I
Okay.
just posted a whole.
Here's-
I don't want to do it.
Oh, wow. All right. Mid podcast. All right. What we're doing today is we're ranking 11 Xbox series that we've picked out that we think represent the popular franchise that Xbox has brought to us over the years. It's very contested on just picking these 11, but we narrowed it down based on their impact on Xbox and how familiar they are to Xbox. So obviously a lot of these have been ported to other consoles in some way, shape, or form, but we feel like these specific 11 are special to Xbox in one way, shape, or form.
Hey, Terry.
And we left off like Activision and Bethesda and stuff because those are like new additions. They haven't made anything under the Xbox banner. Really?
Give us 10 years, we'll do another one.
Yeah, in 10 years when I'm 10 years old.
Although in retrospect, I think we did forget Doom.
Oh shit.
Oh well, Doom's out. Sorry,
Doom
you're a Doom
would be
fan.
Doom would be a top rank anyway.
We're going to
They
mix
just have
Doom in
Doom
with
free.
Dead or Alive. How about that?
Dead or Doom.
Doom or
Dead or
Alive.
Doom.
Dead or Alive's right there.
Yeah, we'll just lump it in with that.
Yeah.
So Spencer, what are the franchises we have on offer today?
All right. We have, in no particular order of importance, because that'll happen later, Dead or Alive, Dead Rising, Halo, Crackdown, Fable, Forza, Gears of War, Lost Planet, Ori, Minecraft, and then all of Rare, because they don't
Yeah,
really
we
have
just-
a franchise.
We just put Rare as one thing.
They're one and done.
Hey, if you're mad at us for any of our selections, make sure you put it in the comments below so we can read it and appreciate that you managed to get this far. Thank you.
And also make sure to vent over on our public Discord where we have a banter section.
And if you're using your Microsoft Zune, head on over to Apple Podcast or Spotify. I don't know if those are even on. I don't know. Do they make Zunes anymore? And give us a listen.
No. Alex, thank you for hitting our Zune audience. But
You're welcome.
I constantly neglect that one.
And if you still got your Connect, just throw that shit out.
Basically.
We didn't put any Connect games.
No, we
Shit.
didn't.
Could have done a whole Connect category.
Put
That's
Kinect
next
as
time.
one.
Next time on Xbox month, we're gonna have Xbox Connect month, where you can connect with
Just
us.
the whole month dedicated.
We could do Connect for December, make it Connectmas.
There you go.
2023
There you go.
year of the Connect.
To work off all that Christmas dinner you ate.
All right, guys, we're heading into a battle because I think we're all going to disagree to some point or another on these rankings, but we have agreed that we have to agree. So there isn't individual rankings for each of us. There's one ranking that represents the Button Mappers' collective view on each
Plus
game.
Axel.
And Axel.
And Axel.
Axel's part of the family, right? He's a button.
Yeah,
They're all
he's
Button Mapper.
I'm a cousin or
astronauts.
something.
Once you
There
map,
you
you,
go.
can't go back.
He's
I'm
that weird
married in.
uncle that shows up at Thanksgiving. Probably.
Axel.
Oh, Axel's
Alex,
coming?
Alex just made you the weird uncle. Are you happy with that?
Yeah, I reckon. I'll just come in and eat the stuffing and then fall asleep in the chair. And y'all got to kick me out.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent
Yeah,
is what I'm told
you
I
kick
have to
him all
say.
the leftovers.
I've been there. All right, should we just start left to right?
Let's just jump right in.
That works.
Also, I don't know 4 of these,
It's all right.
Let's start.
but my ranking
that's why We're a
matters.
collective.
I'm here
That's
to
why
agree.
we're a collective.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pick up for my, whatever.
All right, for our first game, it's going to be Dead or Alive. It's a fighting game, but they've also made beach volleyball.
Yeah.
So,
That's what those
lot
games
of-
are. Beach volleyball.
That's what it's about.
Yeah.
It's a sports game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And
I've-
a
It
rock
you know,
band.
focuses mostly on the sports.
I've played like Dead or Alive. I think I have like the second one on Dreamcast, and I've played 2 and 5. I think that's it. But they're solid fighting games.
Yeah.
Virtual Fighter Tekken style games with a lot of bounce.
Counter.
So
Lot
much
of
balance.
So much balance. No, bounce.
a lot
I
of,
didn't say bounce. I said,
I thought you said balance.
I said bounce. A lot of
Yeah.
bounce.
Great physics engine.
A lot of costumes you can purchase.
Jiggle physics. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never played one, but JD, my boy, says that they're very good. Now, I don't know again what angle he's coming at it from, but he says they're very competent, and he loves fighting games. So take that.
Dude,
You sure it's not a top-down
the
angle?
gameplay's solid.
Maybe from the bottom up, you know?
Let's just get the boob tips out of the way.
I am watching someone's gameplay right now. Did you know this game has story?
Yeah. What?
Yeah, the newer ones had
You know,
like a
we totally
cinematic
didn't
story.
even include Ninja Gaiden.
Well, it only had the one game, right?
I had 2. 2 was on 360 as well.
Oh. I thought you were talking about like exclusive.
Yeah, Xbox. Yeah, the first one and the second one were exclusives. Like the third
No,
one.
they're not.
I just
What?
thought the first
Well, they
one
made
was-
like Sigma versions later.
Yeah.
Sigma dude.
Well, if you're
Axel-
coming for Ninja Gaiden, you're also going to be disappointed. I'm sorry.
Well, I
Throw
just
Ninja
it just
Gaiden
reminded me
into,
too,
Rareware.
I think Ryu Hayabusa is in Dead or Alive. That's what it reminded me.
It took
Yeah.
a lot of effort to make the tier list thing that you see below with the images, and I don't want to redo it. So
Oh,
there's
no,
Ninja
we're not
Gaiden in
redoing
this video.
Axel,
All
do you have
right.
any Dead or Alive experience?
Yeah, I've been playing them since they came out. I
Ooh,
played
expert here.
volleyball a little bit when I was younger, but I
Yeah,
like
one-
Dead or
one game
Alive.
alone.
It's a solid game, and later on they added some good story cutscenes and things like that. And I know like people make a big deal about like the boobs and shit like that, but like when you get to the core of it, the actual gameplay and the fighting's really good. And if you get good with like counters and stuff, you can get to where like people can barely even touch you. So I would give this game a B for butts and
Butts
boobs.
and knees.
I've seen bits. It's a
Ooh.
little confession time. No, I think I've
Lot-
played a little
lots of
bit. A lot of bits, yeah. I think I've seen this played on a TV once, and I think it's a really breathtaking game, despite like obviously, you know, the chicks, whatever. But the like backgrounds and everything, you know, there's always like these kind of lush environments that's beautiful. I think they always kind of like push the boundaries in terms of visual production. Obviously, they're going to get hit with like the tits or whatever. But yeah, I mean, it looks solid.
And I could be wrong. Is this like the first fighting game where you like transition from level to level?
Oh, like stage transitions
Yeah,
mid fight. I think.
'cause I know
Yeah, I think
Tekken does them now.
I think 2 might have been actually
Soul Calibur,
Dead or
maybe?
Alive 2.
I don't know.
Pole Caliber. No, those are just ring outs.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
what
no,
you,
I'm talking
okay.
like Dead or Alive. You can knock them off of an area into a different area to fight,
Mm.
which is neat. I think Dead or Alive 2. I remember that game had it on Dreamcast and stuff.
Yeah.
So
I'll confer the expertise to Axel on this one. I'll go with B.
yeah, B's my B for boobs.
Yes.
Thank you, Alex.
I will not disagree. There are boobs, so therefore I will agree to B.
All
Axel,
right.
what do you think, Axel?
B's good. Middle of the road.
Dead or Alive. It's
All right.
good.
Move to B.
It's a good starting spot.
Good place to B.
B.
Whoa!
It's passing.
In honor of our next game, Buck Bumble.
Whoa!
Bump to the bump to the beat to the bass.
How did Argonaut get here?
All right. Next up, we have Dead Rising. So it's a zombie game with famous for its high zombie count and sense of humor. What do you guys think of Dead Rising?
Can I be honest? I don't really like Dead Rising. I've played it.
It's been hit and miss.
Yeah, I've played a few of them. I've played 1 and 3, I think. I played 1 on the Xbox 360 and 3 when I got the Xbox One, and they just never gripped me. The stories are I get they're like intentionally silly, but like I never got into the stories and the gameplay. Especially the first one was a lot of what are they called? You have to like help people and take them places. What are those called? Escort missions. Yeah,
Escorting.
yeah. A lot of escorting. I never really got into Dead Rising, so I'm not really a big fan.
I've played them all. I only finished, I think, the last 2 that came out. I like Dead Rising. As far as like the silliness, that's not my favorite part of it. Later on, it becomes to where like, in order to like actually defeat like waves of zombies, you have to pick up like the silly stuff because you combine everything together to make like crazy weapons and stuff like that. But I do enjoy the Dead Rising games. The one that came out first on the Xbox One I thought was probably my favorite one, but I would probably throw this like B or C.
I don't really have an opinion on it. I didn't play them. My friend liked them. I feel like people that like this game really like it, and then everybody else is just kind of meh on the series.
Yeah.
Well, I never played it, so that's all I can say. I'd put it in the C.
You throw it in the C?
Yeah, I throw it in the C.
Okay. What's the difference between this and Left 4 Dead?
Dead Rising is more of like a beat 'em up where you're like in a shopping mall, you pick up crazy weapons and hit zombies. Left 4 Dead is the first person team survival game. That game's phenomenal. We could have included that as well, but it would have won hands down.
Yeah, Dead Rising is more of a sandbox game. Left 4 Dead is getting from checkpoint to checkpoint.
Okay. Oh, this is that typical shopping mall zombie kind of game.
Yeah. Well, they left the shopping mall and then they came back to the shopping mall years later. So.
It's known for its like creativity. It has like a lot of weird weapons you can equip and weird things you can do.
It sounds familiar. I think I remember the shopping mall with the zombies and the funny like pickups.
Yeah.
But
they made a big deal when the first one came out because of how many zombies are on the screen at once. But then you realize that like you pick up like some CDs and you hit them with 2 CDs and they die, and it's like, oh, that don't make no sense.
Yeah. Well,
CDs nuts.
CDs.
Just not a zombie kind of guy, so you'll never catch me playing this. But I would throw this in the C.
I'm going with C's good with me. I don't like these games, but I can see their appeal.
I can see the sea tonight. For the dead rising,
See,
we're going
Did we lose Spencer?
shopping mall. Can I
Looks like
get
he's frozen.
I think
CDs?
we lost Spencer.
Damn it, Spencer.
By time, keep singing. Oh, he's back.
Spencer, can you see the light? I can't see him.
Yeah, me. Yeah, well, we'll just I'll just cut it and we'll resume. We'll resume right now. All right, so we agreed that Dead Rising is C.
All right.
Mm.
Maybe
Place
one
it
day
at
it will
sea.
rise from the sea into the sky.
That's what S
That's
is.
so
The
epic.
sky.
All right. Next up on our list is Halo, the legendary first-person shooter that kicked off a whole generation of Mountain Dew gamers.
You say
Halo, what do you guys
hello. I say
D.
goodbye.
Give it a D.
D. We should.
Fuck that game.
We should all have something to say on this one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'll start. I guess I love the series up to a point, but I think when 343 takes a hold of it, I don't necessarily love everything they do. And if it were just based on them, on that part of it, I would put it as like an A just because of the history. But I do think it's a strong marketing tool as well, and a strong brand in general. So I'm just gonna keep it as an S. I would put it at S.
Yeah, I think when the Halo games are good, they're really good. Again, they can be mediocre. I've actually been enjoying my time with Infinite as well, though. So I like to see like they're back to some sort of form now, you know. So I could agree with S. I think that's deserving for the franchise.
I think the first three were like just phenomenal for their time. Like there was nothing like them, and I think that still playing those co-op experiences today is still kind of fun. And there's not like that many co-op FPS that are like of that same caliber. I think once you get into like past three, they start doing things to try and like branch off, and I don't know if I care. I think it's just lost its luster a little bit. I'm probably okay with an A. I think S would be if I thought like just they'd made no mistakes.
I'm with that.
Axel.
I'm going D. No. I've played all the Halo games. I do love Halo. It is definitely ups and downs, and I feel like they did get stale after a while. And the new game, I feel like the campaign would have been better if it wasn't a sandbox. I feel like it kind of lost like all of its like epic scenes and things like that the older games used to have. I would probably give it an S or an A. Yeah.
Got a bit of a coin flip here. I think I'm willing to go down to an A. I think that makes sense just because the newer games definitely aren't S tier. But
Yeah,
what do you think, Alex?
everything after 4. I know everything after Reach, I think has been
I love Reach.
all right. We could do A for all right. At one point, they would have been S.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you
15
cut off
years
a 3-year
ago,
Reach,
not even a question. But nowadays, I think even those first three games, they start to show their age. That one mission in Halo 1, we're just driving around on the War Dog. What the hell?
Well, it doesn't help we were playing on a tiny ass TV.
That's true.
all right, Halo gets the A.
Listen, if you can't play it on a tiny TV, it's not an S. Mario Party.
I will say
all the
though
way.
that Halo, like the multiplayer and stuff, is still as popular as it was. Like we went to an arcade convention recently, and they actually had a Halo 2 tournament going on. It was actually pretty cool, and mostly the people that were playing in the tournament were all like my age, like adults that have been playing it forever. There were some kids in there, but they didn't get very far.
You know.
Have you guys ever seen that Halo light gun arcade game?
No.
I
Yeah,
played it at Dave and Buster's. It's pretty fun.
yeah, that one. Yeah, that's actually cool. I played a Star Wars one, like a cockpit game where like the door closes around you and stuff. When I was in Gatlinburg, I played that. That was actually pretty cool too.
All right. Next up, we have Crackdown. This is a open world sandbox superhero game, basically,
Super
where you
cop.
get some pretty crazy, super cop, where you get some crazy powers and get to. It's if you took Grand Theft Auto but put on like weird, like cheat codes almost. What do you guys think of Crackdown?
I think Crackdown is Microsoft's most inconsistent franchise.
Yes.
Here's the issue with me. I really enjoy the first Crackdown game. Like, I really liked that game when it came out. I thought it was a very fun experience, and I believe only people that worked on it worked on like GTA 3 and shit. So it was like kind of like a weird sidestep from a GTA experience. The problem is that they've never been able to follow it up. Crackdown 2 was just the same map but with some zombies, and then Crackdown 3 was in fucking development hell for years, and it came out a little undercooked. So that's such a hard thing for me because I know like I love that first game so much, and I've played it recently again, and I still enjoy it, but the two follow-ups are not great.
What are you
Yeah,
cracking
I
down
remember
on?
being hyped for the first one, and
What?
it came with the Halo demo. So
Yeah. What are you cracking down on? You're cracking down on it's like you play as a super cop in a city, and you're taking down like drug cartels and mafias and stuff like that.
Oh,
crack down on anybody that walks away.
Yeah. So it's
They
kind of
walk
like
in
a cool
front of you.
premise for the first game. It's a cool premise. They'll just kind of there's sections of the city that are run by different gangs, and they'll tell you like where their leaders are and stuff, and then it's up to you how you want to take them down and stuff. So like one of my favorite memories of playing the first one back in the day was there's this mission where there's this gang leader at this like weird looking like hideout near like the sea, and it takes a lot of time to like get up there to them, and I was so powered up at this point because you can like level up where you can jump crazy high and climb buildings and carry cars and shit. I like grabbed a car and I ran my way around the fortress, jumped into the fortress where they were, and I just fucking chucked the car at them and killed them. And it was like it's just so fun how you can just do shit like that. It's like that's the idea of the game basically. It's pretty fun, but like I said, it's just 2 and 3 are not very good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna defer to you guys then. I've never played. I played the first one. I was kind of excited, but it didn't mesh with me. I don't know what it was, but so I didn't really get to play it much. So I'll leave it to you guys.
I do remember like what was really fun is that whenever you shot people's tires, they would automatically just start flipping like crazy in their cars. That was always fun to shoot. I would probably throw it and see.
Yeah, it's a tough one for me, man, because that first game's so fun. Like, I love the ideas it has. Like, if you like use guns, you upgrade your gun abilities. If you climb, you upgrade your climbing abilities. If you race, you get more race stats. It's like you get like rewarded for the things you use. Like, I love the fact that like if you use explosives, your explosive stats go up, and then you get better, like bigger explosives and stuff. It's such a cool idea for a sandbox game, but where the two sequels are just not what they need to be. Yeah, I hate putting it with C, but like I'm torn. I think C's fine. I would say B, but like it's just going off one game.
throw it in the sea.
Toss it into the old man.
And
Let's see.
hey, I see what you did there.
All right. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
I feel like
Here
we're
we
in for a
go.
battle now.
Here we
The
go.
next up we have Fable, the action adventure game where you get to pick your own destiny. What do you guys think of Fable?
At least
I've
in the
never heard
first
of it.
one. Oh man, what a big disappointment. I loved the first game a lot. It was one of the first few games I did play and tried to play. I have a history with it. And I think once I actually got to like really play through it, I had an issue I had like my dad's desktop and it wouldn't run the game, so I never graduated the college. I would only be able to play up to that, and then it would freeze. And that's like before any impact on any choice like affects your character. So I eventually did get an X360 and played through it that way. And it's still, I found it was still a really good game by the end, although maybe somewhat underdeveloped in terms of its scope and what it could do, but still iconic. I think that 2 and 3 don't, and I understand that there's an audience for 2 over 1. I think that for me, 2 didn't have the same impact as 1 did, and then 3 was just a joke. And then I guess there's this Fable Worlds thing coming out. Like it's, I don't know, a new Fable game.
Yeah, there's just one just called Fable that they're working on, but we don't know anything about it yet.
I see.
It's by the Forza team, wasn't it?
Is it by the Forza team?
Yeah, I think it's some of the people.
Can't
that
wait
did
to race
Forza.
around Albion.
Fable with cars.
The driving mechanics for your horse is gonna be real good.
Yeah.
I love the first 2 Fable games. Fable games. The first 2 Fable games are really good. Action adventure. I'm hesitant to call them RPGs because they're kind of not. They're just kind of like a little more RPG-ish than like a Zelda game in a way. But I like Fable 1 and 2 a lot. My issue is that Fable 3 just shits on everything to a point to where like I am disgusted by that game. It is not good. And then they had a couple spin-offs. They had like Fable Heroes, or I forget what it's called. There's a beat 'em up one that I have. It sucks. And then there was Fable The Journey on Connect, which is actually like one of the few like competent Connect games, but again, it's a Connect game, so who cares?
And it's in the trash because we threw out our Connect at the beginning of the episode.
Yeah. But Fable 1 and 2 I think are so like solid, and I'm excited to see what they do with the franchise. But I like those 2 games so much that it's hard for me to put it lower. But man, that 3rd game does suck.
Yeah, same thing. 1 and 2 were really good. 3 wasn't very good. I remember when I was so pumped for the first game, and I was so upset because I beat it in like a day and a half or something when it came out. But by the end, my guy looked like fucking Hulk Hogan with giant horns because I just murdered everybody. I really like the Fable games, and I'm kind of hopeful for the new one. I think that they'll give it the time it needs. Hopefully we don't see it for another couple of years. I would probably put it in A.
Oh boy. Unpopular opinion guy. I'm about to jump in here. I'm usually at the worst like indifferent to games. Like I just I move on, and if it's not for me, I just say it's not for me and move on. But I actively despise Fable. I remember when it was coming out. It's like to me the definition of overpromise and underdeliver. It was like marketed as this huge like life-spanning game.
Oh, Peter Molyneux.
Yeah,
it's mostly his fault too. And I feel bad for everybody that put a lot. I mean, there's good in the game. I don't think that's all bad. But
that's why I was all upset that I beat it so damn quick, because I was like, man, I'm gonna be playing this forever, and then nope.
It was like a 6-hour game, right?
Yeah,
it was so long ago that I
15
played
maybe.
this, but
Yeah.
I blew through it, but it had to have been between 6 and 8 hours. I mean, I'm sure I missed.
There
a bunch
was
of content.
Yeah.
a DLC that came out as the full game, The Lost Chapters, and every future iteration would have both that and the expansion. So I
There
played
you
it
go.
recently, and my playtime was about 12 and a half hours on the Xbox
Okay.
Series X.
Well,
But you're right. That
to me,
first, before the expansion, it's like 6.
I just think like what a joke. The gameplay was all right. It seemed to me to be like pretty basic, but I was like a lot of the things they were going for. It's like there's literally a game called Elder Scrolls Morrowind on the same console that literally offers pretty much exactly what they were talking about, with like a 40-hour plus adventure that had way more options. And it's just like this game to me was such a disaster in terms of marketing that I like 2 was like whatever, I didn't bother with it, and then 3 I did play because I like pirated it, And I was just laughing at how horrible that game was.
Three is awful.
I respect
Yeah.
your opinion about like Morrowind being like a more expansive kind of open world game. Gameplay wise, though, it's just pales as kind of like this console action RPG. I think the first Fable really is like accessible for like a mass audience. I think that first Elder Scrolls, like not the first, the third one. Everything after, they started to deviate from more of like the literature and the lore and more in terms of like the gameplay. I think Oblivion On is when they started to tap into that. But I understand as well
agree with
that
that.
Fable left a lot to be desired for sure. But I think too,
Yeah,
I
can agree with
love
that.
the humor. I think it's just like a imaginative world. Like few games really do that for me. Like the Zeldas do that. Some Zeldas do that for me. The first Fable did that for me. These characters, kind of just like the soundtrack in the background. It still has like this fact. It's like you're playing a video game, but it's like I can kind of buy into this world of Albion. People call you Chicken Chaser, and you know you can change your name. You get a wife, even if it's like a stupid like thing, you know, a sub quest. It's just little touches like that that make it feel like, I don't know, real, I guess.
I think the
What do
logical
we-
thing here would be to go around and say what we would rank it, and then we have to find a happy medium.
Fight to the death.
I'll just say D, but I know it's gonna be higher.
I'm gonna say B.
I'm gonna say we could have put Elder Scrolls on this list because of Morrowind
couldn't.
and Oblivion, but I'm gonna say A.
Okay. I think that 3 is really a hiccup, and it's a big blemish. It's hard to look past that. And the fact that they went to the Connect for like the next one or whatever, I don't know the chronology. And also my personal feelings about 2 is that it didn't live up to what the first one accomplished, despite it being as, you know, what it was. It's hard. I see the series as a failure, sadly, with promise. B. What do we
got
have? A,
and
B, B, D.
Okay. I'll come down to a B.
I'll come do a B.
B it is.
Fable gets a B for Bug Fable.
And
Yeah,
boobs.
for Fable.
For boobs.
For Boo Fable.
All right. Apparently they're making the next Fable. Rev up your engines. We're talking about Forza.
Dude, I love Forza, and I think Forza is their most consistent franchise. So I'm just gonna say S, man. So good.
I don't play racing games, so I'm leaving it up to you guys.
I don't like driving, so give it a D.
Hell yeah.
I've played. I don't think I've played them all, but I've played most of them. I do think, as far as racing games go, I prefer the arcadey style over the sim. So Horizon was probably their better game for me. I would probably at least give it an A. I do agree that it is definitely their game that doesn't disappoint every year.
Yeah, it's like, you know, like I like racing sims, and I like arcade games, and I like the fact that they have like, you know, one, like, you know, like the main series is more of a sim, the Horizon's more of arcadey games, but even like compared to something like Gran Turismo, like I think Forza just blows that franchise out of the water now. I just don't think there's a better racing game on the market than Forza.
Yeah, you know, as somebody who doesn't play these games at all, I've never heard anybody like really bitch about Forza before. It's always just been like, oh, the next one's the best one yet. I think that's literally the only thing I ever hear. So I have to give an A at least on that.
It's hard for me to concede a high grade to something I don't give a shit about. I don't know. I mean, like, an A is fine, but if I'm going to say this is an S and I never played it, that's hard. That's really
I can
hard.
agree with A. Personally, it's an S for me, but I'm willing to come down.
I'm open to have my mind changed, but at this current time, I can't say S. I don't know. That's hard.
Axel, what do you say? You might be a tiebreaker here.
I think A. Um,
All right.
it's if you'd ask anybody that plays Xbox, it's up there with Halo. So
I mean, I like it enough to buy a fucking controller themed around Horizon 5. So
All right. Forza gets the A treatment.
Hey.
rev up your chainsaws,
From
get your headbands, get your
playing Forza again.
get your whatever your muscle supplement, your
Yeah,
supplements.
steroids.
Your
Steroids.
Shoot up, everybody.
Gears of War. Gears of War is my favorite for Microsoft franchise. So this is gonna be a fun one. What do you guys think about Gears
let's
of
go,
War?
Dom. Actually, I think if I had to pick Halo or Gears, I would probably pick Gears. I really loved the first 3 games; they were really good. I think did they switch to developers?
They
Judgment, I
didn't
know, was
switch.
somebody else.
Judgment was a spin-off game by somebody else. I think the game's the worst
Okay.
one. And then
Yeah.
they changed developments, but like not really. They just kind of changed names, and some of the team moved to a different studio because they stopped working with Epic. So they technically changed teams, but it's still the same people basically. It's just different names, like Coalition, I think is what it goes under now.
They're like the other one was like People Can Fly or something like that.
That was Judgment, yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
And
I
you
love
guys-
Gears of War.
And you guys try that tactics game? I've been interested, but
Not yet. I started like a chapter and it played very XCOM-y, which is good. I like
Yeah,
I like
XCOM.
XCOM. I just
I
haven't
played
put
it on
enough time
PC. It's
into it.
pretty good.
Yeah, I just need to put
Yeah,
more
if you
time
like
into that one.
XCOM, you'll like that.
excellent.
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 Yeah. I have only played through the first game, but I played it many times. I used to really like getting all the COG tags. I remember when I would play multiplayer like online and you could kind of like do little glitches to get out of the map and stuff. And or you could do things like crab walk. That was so annoying. You would like chainsaw with like the shotgun just by running into somebody. They kind of changed some of that stuff, so it lost its classic appeal to me. I never got as much enjoyment out of the latter ones. The latter ones seemed to I think they still had good campaigns. I don't really remember much about them because I didn't play them that much, but I do remember doing like horde mode with my friends, like 3 or something. And I kind of didn't like that. It just seemed like it was just the gamer trope, whereas the first one felt like it was very much its own identity. You like the Nazi zombie things from like Call of Duty. I just felt like that was what they were trying to do. But I can also respect that the game never fully compromised itself in the same way that Fable did. So I'm happy to go either B or A with Gears.
I think Gears is just a fun franchise. I don't think it ever tries to take itself too seriously because it knows that it's about muscle people with chainsaw guns. So, but the campaigns have always been consistently like just fun, like fun times either by yourself or with friends. I think like maybe like you could argue like the story for 4 or 5 haven't been as like I don't know like they're like they might be grasping at straws a little bit with like some of it, but even then like they're still fun to play through. I've played all of the main series and Judgment, so I have to give it an S for me. I really love Gears of War. It was the reason why I kept my 360 through its life cycle.
The only thing I'll challenge you on is the playing it by yourself. I don't like playing them by myself, but I like how it's very, very good multiplayer. Like maybe one of the best experiences ever multiplayer.
Yeah, I love the multiplayer. I played through the first 3 by myself, and then a friend of mine wanted to go through them all, so I went back through them with him. I do agree that playing it by yourself isn't very fun. The AI is not very smart. They just kind of stand there and wait for you to go down. I would go
I go
S or
A.
A too, though.
I'll go A.
A.
So what is it right now? SSA?
Alex?
Alex said S.
SSA.
Man, yeah, I think it's probably one of the strongest Xbox things. I'll say S. I'll go to S.
Yeah, I'd do S.
All right. We got our
Ooh.
first S tier game. I thought it was going to be Forza, but here we go.
The second, I wanted it to be Forza. The second game has a scene where you have to chainsaw your way out of a giant worm. That's amazing. So please, thank you.
That's S content alone.
Yeah, and they definitely keep the same tropes that they've started with, like separating just to go down one hallway or something like that. They haven't changed any of that, even though they know it's goofy. They
They
keep
know
it
it's
in there.
goofy. That's the fun
Yeah.
of it, though. Like they're not trying to play.
You better separate.
Well, Microsoft found something very special with Gears of War, but our next series has been lost for quite some time. It's called Lost Planet. It's from Capcom, and it takes a lot of old school arcade shooting mechanics and bumps them up to a third-person shoot 'em up in a sci-fi world.
Glad you used the cover art for Lost Planet 2 because it actually includes Marcus and Dom as fun little characters in the game.
Oh, really?
Nice.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was a fun little crossover. It was like a train level where Marcus and Dom can show up. I was like, hey, neat. Man, Lost Planet's a weird franchise to talk about. I really enjoyed the first game, and I've not really. Granted, I haven't played the third one. I've heard the third one's cool. It looks neat. I need to play through that sometime, but I didn't really like the second one as much. But I think the first one for the time was a fun experience. I did a whole review on it that I have reposted on my channel since. It's such a strange game though, because it's like the concepts of a third-person shooter, like Gears of War or something, but from a Japanese developer. So it feels very Japanese, and some of its ideas, like the ideas of like having mechs or the just the way the game feels and controls and stuff.
Yeah.
Or like the giant
Or
monster
latching onto the
elements.
enemies.
Yeah,
Latch onto them. Yeah.
it's like a strange universe where like Japan's making Western games, and that's what Capcom was doing for a while. It's hard to say where I place it though. I didn't think on that for a minute.
It'd be a B or
played
C
the
for
first
me.
one.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I played the first one a lot, and I don't remember if I liked the second one or not. I remember playing it. I don't think I played 3 either though. I did have fun playing it with friends. You can definitely tell it was Japanese. The other game that does that, latching on the enemies, is Dragon's Dogma. That's what it reminded me of when that game came out.
Yeah, that's Capcom as well.
I would probably put it B or C.
Same. I respect it when I played it. I didn't finish it or even get close, I don't think. But on the first one, I didn't play 2 or 3. But it just didn't really. Didn't fit what I like. But it wasn't bad. It was just. It was very unique, especially at the time. It was mostly. It was like in a world of first-person shooters. It was like this really old schoolish but new-looking third-person shooter game. It was very strange that it even existed. So, B or C.
I wrote a Christmas song about it in my review.
Let me change it to D. I'm changing my score to D.
No.
Hearing that.
I have no opinion. I've not played this. I am watching gameplay for the first time. I am not into mech style games, really. I know that's a controversial statement or whatever, but
Do you
Me
like
neither.
big giant worms?
it was okay in Dune, the new one, not the old one. And
Do you want to latch onto them worms?
are they gummy? If not, I would have to say throw it in the sea.
Alex, where did you give it a ranking?
He's
Yes.
thought about it.
I like it more than Dead Rising.
I don't.
Ooh, we got a little battle going on here.
Can we put it in C? Are you cool with that?
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
good with C.
Because okay.
We're too nice.
It is.
Wait till the second to last one.
All right. Next
Alright.
up, we've got a little creature on a grand Metroidvania style adventure.
It's
We
got
got
an
him
or.
doing it twice.
It's or I, or you, or me. Ori.
It's all It's Ori, yeah. I didn't know where you're going with that, Teddy. I followed along. Where do you guys put Ori in the
S.
Ori series? Yes?
Okay, I haven't played both games fully, but I've played enough to understand why these games are so beloved. They're fucking beautiful games. I think it just says a lot that like these are some of the best looking games on Xbox. The fact that they're 2D Metroidvania games, their art's so great, and I just love the fact that they're keeping the Metroidvania style alive. We see a lot of indie games do it, but I think Ori is like it's like a step above indie. It's notable because it's an Xbox franchise that's doing it, and
Yeah.
I really like what I've played of the first game, and I want to play the second game as well. I've seen videos of the second game running on the Series X, and it looks fucking phenomenal. So far, I mean, if those two games, if they're as good as I hope they are, I think they are, I would definitely put this at an S.
So this is actually the only franchise that I haven't played on this list. So I've had it downloaded. Both the games are downloaded. I have just never touched them.
I think Ori's in a. Oh, go ahead.
You sure? You can go.
You just go at the same time.
I think
we're not doing that bit again.
It doesn't work. Fine, I'll go. I've started the first game several times and just stopped. And for various reasons. I was playing on my PC. I played a demo on the Switch, and I have it on the Series X now, and it's got crossplay. So with the PC. So I'll just take my saved data and throw it on the TV. I think it's beautiful. It is obviously a spectacle. I don't know how much of it I think is particularly unique or kind of like a brand new identity. I did play the Shadow of the Beast remake recently, and a reboot, whatever it is. And that I found really engaging and different. And for that reason, I got really into it. When I play Ori, I feel like I'm playing like a really good Metroidvania, but I don't know that I care. It does have its tugs at emotions. I understand why it would be an S. I think for me, it's more of an A. I don't know. I have to see. I have to finish it.
I think they do some really, really unique things, especially in like the second half of the game, and the boss fights are so freaking memorable. I would probably put it as an S, but with the caveat that it's only had 2 games and it hasn't had the opportunity to fuck up its legacy yet, which I'm sure it will soon. That just seems like how these things go. And it's also at a weird in between, like Alex was alluding to, that it was like marketed as an indie game, but it's really not. Like, it's from Ubisoft, and it's like this huge publisher and has all this money behind it, and like.
It's not Ubisoft, is it? I thought it was just Microsoft.
I know the first one at least was an Ubisoft game, but it was exclusive to Microsoft, at least for a while. So it's got like a huge publisher behind it, and it clearly has money, and you can see the money in all the beautiful visuals that it has. So I'm torn on the whole indie thing of it because it's marketed that way, but it's really not. But I would put it as an S so far, and insofar as it hasn't really screwed up anything. It's been fun.
Yeah, I will say that like anybody that I know that has played it has all said good things about the game. So I've never heard anybody say it was bad.
Oh yeah, I don't think you could play it and say this is a bad game. No, it's polished and it's well made for sure.
The thing I'm just having a hard time with is that like I'm not putting it alongside Halo 4. That's my problem.
But are you putting it alongside Halo 1, 2, and 3?
Yeah, definitely. But
okay,
Halo's an A because of the
343.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I will say if it's Halo 4, it wouldn't be there.
I have to put it above that. But like Spencer's saying, they could fuck up the Ori franchise sooner
Any
rather
day.
than later. Yeah.
Any day now.
So I'm still voting for S.
All right, I'll agree to S. I mean, I don't think you can argue its success. It has become, for what it is, and it being successful, that is pretty monumental. And I have played it. I can attest to it being really beautiful and exhibiting a level of polish that style of game typically does not. So, S.
All right. Ori takes the S. Another
Take it to
S-rated
the
game.
C.
Oh boy. Here we
Here we
go.
go.
This might be one of the most turbulent parts of the podcast, so strap yourselves in, boys. And if you're a little kid, you probably have an opinion on this one, but none of us are little, so curious to see what you guys think.
Clip it.
It's the block game that took over the world, Minecraft.
Give it an S.
Who wants to start?
I have
Axel,
dabbled
you
in Minecraft. My daughters play Minecraft. I mean, it's Legos. I don't hate it as much as I hate Roblox. I will tell you that.
Do you hate Roblox?
Yeah, I cannot stand Roblox.
Damn, get out of here, Axel.
Yeah.
We are a Roblox channel.
Haven't
how
you
we
watched
made
our
our living.
content?
Sponsored by them.
Ooh. I like Minecraft. I think it's fun. It's not like my favorite game ever or anything, but I think I understand the appeal of. It's a game that basically lasts forever. You can build things, or you can play the survival mode and craft and fish and mine and build houses and crops and all this shit. It's a brilliant concept. I don't know if it's the kind of game that I would play every day. I have played it, and I do have fun playing it with like other people. And you can't argue that it's probably Microsoft's most successful thing they own is Minecraft. I mean, I don't know how many units it sold, but it's probably a fucking metric ton.
How many blocks?
It's blocks. I don't know. I like Minecraft, but I'm having a hard time placing it because it's just personally I don't know if it deserves to be up top anywhere. It's fun.
What? The question, why do you guys think that Minecraft got so big? Like, there's been games like where you create things for years, but Minecraft just surpassed all of it. Is it just Twitch?
It could be. I think it's more than. I think it's a simple premise, but with a lot. Like you can even like I've heard of like engineering classes using Minecraft to teach stuff because like you can make like different contraptions and stuff using the different tools in Minecraft. Like you can make, like I've seen people make like I know I have a friend that's like super into it. He would make like a door that you would like step on a panel and the door would slide open and stuff. Like it's a simple premise, but with with a lot under the hood. I think.
Well, it's just I've been playing like creation stuff. Like I play like RPG Maker and Fighter Maker and all that crap, and none of it's ever gotten that big. Granted, Fighter Maker was crap, but
I can help you out with some of that. Minecraft came around at a time where they were really reinventing how you distribute video games. And if you look at another popular game that hit around the same time, it's League of Legends, which
what is that?
It's a MOBA.
Never heard of it.
Perfected the free to play concept where you can offer a game but not charge for it. Now the thing about Minecraft is it's clearly targeted towards a demographic that has no money, and those people are children. And so if you merge the idea of like what's the perfect thing for kids, something that's free, because if they don't have to pay for it, they don't have to go to their parents for anything. They can literally just click and play.
Until they want those Pokemon skins.
Right, until they're like, holy shit, there's some cool stuff I could buy on it.
Mm.
And that's how you monetize it. So it's really genius in marketing and genius in getting a strong player base. And then from there, I think it is a good game. It's not one I've ever devoted more than an hour to before my brain starts melting, but it's genius. So I think it has to be S tier. I don't see any other tier it could be in.
D for D's nuts. I think Minecraft is ugly. It's blocky. It's everything I don't like. I don't like this game. It's devoid of that personality. Like, I'm okay to spend some money on some games, I guess. Not necessarily like DLC and stuff, but like, and also that monetization thing that's like the pinnacle of like, I don't know, gaming becoming like too corporate, and I don't necessarily like that. I guess Steve is a character.
Steve.
He's in Smash Bros. Jesus.
Yeah, but that's the only reason I know him. I don't know him from anything he's done in Minecraft. The only thing I know about Minecraft is like you take a sword and you hack some sheep, or you like, build a base, or like dig into the earth. I mean, I think I need the structure of something like Dragon Quest Builders, and even that, I don't know that I particularly care about. That's a little bit different of an analysis. I've never been interested in playing Minecraft. I'm not a PC gamer, and I don't personally see the charm, although I could see that if you were a kid, you might like going on servers and like meeting people and chatting, or like playing with your friends that way. Hitting some randos. I remember RuneScape, like and doing like the same thing, and I thought that was fine and fun. Minecraft blew up, but I'm not going to rank it solely on that merit. I think I'd be okay to say a B, happy medium between my personal feelings and its success.
It's because like the whole like marketing towards kids, I do think it's way less offensive than something like Fortnite. Fortnite is way more offensive with like, buy our stupid dancing moves you can floss or whatever you could do in public, or buy the skins of all these characters that they're like have commercials where it's like, what, Rick and Morty or shooting Squidward. It's like, it's like, who cares about, it's that's so marketed. I think Minecraft is in a way, yeah, you can go on the store and buy like a Banjo-Kazooie scanner or something like that for your character, but at the same time, like I think it's just a good family game. I think I could see myself, like, if I was a parent, also enjoying playing this with my kid more than I would like the shitheads that play Fortnite or something. You said B. Spencer says S. I'm gonna have to say
A. I can say playing it with my daughter, and then her like filling the house up with cats, and then me putting a hole in the wall and all her cats get out and making her cry.
As you should.
Like I said, I do not hate it as much as Roblox. When your daughter comes up to you and said that she needs Robux so that she can become a baby in the game.
Yeah, that's like, another one that's like very marketed. Yeah,
it's like I can't handle it. I'm good with the middle. Yeah, I'd give it a B or A. I'm good with A if y'all just want to do the middle. Because I mean, I do see the allure for it, and that's what a lot of the kids play nowadays are mostly just lobbies, just lobbies where they just play as an avatar and run around and talk. That's really all they do nowadays. But I mean, you can't deny the success it has, so I'll give it an A.
All right. Minecraft gets the A.
No, I'm sticking with
But it's
B.
not
Drop
as good
that
as Halo
reg.
4.
Nah, you can put it in A. I don't give a shit.
Lastly, we have a big one for us. I'm kind of glad we saved this one for last, because I feel like this is going to be an interesting one. What is it, Spencer?
It is Rareware. We decided because they have series, but they usually started somewhere else. And then the ones that they did carry over, there aren't that many of them. So we kind of had a hard time, like, how do we do Rare's games? And so we decided we're just going to shove them all together and offer you them as a package. So
Yeah,
Rare, and they did have the Rare
replay.
replay. Yeah.
Well, but we're doing post buyout, post Star Fox Adventures.
Right.
That was their last pre-buyout game, was Star Fox Adventures. So it's everything after that. So while I don't think we should count the replay for a lot, because like it's kind of disingenuous to be like, yeah, but the original Banjo-Kazooie or Battletoads or whatever. It's like yeah, they own those, but like those aren't Microsoft games. Those aren't, like, they didn't pour money into that. They just own it now.
But I would push back in saying that they didn't have to put those out. They could have just stuck with making nuts and bolts,
true.
but they did instead
Yeah.
remaster them specifically for the Xbox. They implemented stop and swap so that it would transfer your data, something that wasn't fully executed on the N64. You know, it was a pipe dream. So, I mean, like, and also the interviews and stuff. Like, I don't know. I'm a little torn in just completely neglecting the existence of Rare Replay and some of the other stuff, but I do understand that, Microsoft is not exactly Banjo-Kazooie and Tooie, They are Conquer Live and Reloaded,
Yeah.
Maybe we just say that Rare Replay is a plus that it exists and just give it like they get kudos for it.
They
And
made
then-
some good Avatar clothing for sure.
There you go. The Avatar clothing was great. And then it's a positive, right? We'll just say that
Yeah.
Rare Replay is a positive, and then we look at their other games.
Can we at least agree that Rare post buyout is not the same company
Yes.
as Rare pre buyout?
Oh yeah.
But they also didn't
That-
make
that-
ukulele.
That's the divide. Oh, that's true. That's the divide that I'm having here. Is that like it's hard to like rank it on that because like if I put in a Rare Replay, of course, yeah, absolutely, it's gonna be fucking top because those games are phenomenal. But a lot of those games were made by the old Rare guys, and now it's the new team that they had the fumble at the gate. The original Xbox and 360 had there's some fun games on there. Like I've played some of Grab by the Ghoulies. It was all right. The Live Reloaded remake's pretty cool. Perfect Dark Zero was a mess. Viva Pinata is a cool idea. I don't think that was on the right platform though. Nuts and Bolts is a game. There are some other
Killer Instinct.
things. Yeah, Killer Instinct on Xbox One. I don't think
Cameo.
they own it. I don't think they produced that one though.
Elements of
But
Power.
Yeah. Cameo is a cool game. Fucking Sea of Thieves has been their thing for a while now, and now they're working on a new title. And then they did like some Connect games. We'll not talk about that.
I have some thoughts on Sea of Thieves, but I'll let you keep going.
So their output post buyout has been all over the place.
Yeah.
I don't know if anything's recaptured the classic Rare magic.
It's just hard because once you start doing the comparisons to like what Rare used to be, that's going to like change your opinion, especially if you have that nostalgic attachment to the previous Rare titles. If you just look at Rare holistically on the Xbox and what they've done, I mean, it's a huge variety, but I don't think it really meshes into one unique like identity. Like, how are you going to put Sea of Thieves next to like Jetpack Refueled? I don't know.
Yeah. Jetpack's fun though. It's a good game.
That's true. Yeah, it looks fun.
Man, this is tough.
Nobody wants to be the first.
Well, the thing with me is I'm not as big of a Rare guy as you guys are. When like my Rare memories pretty much end at Donkey Kong. That's just kind of where I stick. So like the newer Rare, I just see as like poison in general. I would just put it at C or D. I like that they have a certain humor to it and that they've managed to keep that, but it almost just seems like it's just because they're British at this point. I think before like they're like Banjo-Kazooie, when we just played that, I was like so enamored by it.
I lost
Oh,
Spencer.
Spencer froze. Spencer froze again.
Damn it. God damn it. Anyway,
Oh wait, you're back.
There he is.
Oh, but the internet dropped. So we lost the rankings. We lost it at Banjo. It was a good
Oh, we're having a
ranking.
bad time this episode.
Oh, Spencer's back.
okay. I think I'm back.
He played his Kazooie.
Hopefully it doesn't crap
Are you
out on
having
me.
a-
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, are you
Yes.
having a sandstorm over there?
Are there sandworms?
No.
Like the rude
It's
sandstorm?
been happening for like a week or so. It happened on LOL too, which is not good during a ranked game.
Yeah. He froze again.
What good timing.
Oh no. Speaking of
we,
LOL,
have
It's
one,
just the face he's making.
we have one rank left.
Yeah, I know. I just want to finish this. Jesus.
He's back.
Yeah, if you compare, it's definitely a D. If you don't compare, it's got to be like a B or C, maybe a C.
It's tough too because if you look at like the replay and you look at like the behind the scenes stuff, they have a lot of like projects that they wanted to start or they had ideas for and were scrapped. I honestly think a lot of it is Microsoft holding the company back in a way, and being like, no, we won't, don't make this. No, you're not doing this. You're making Connect Sports, and so on. So I think honestly, Sea of Thieves is probably one of the few like games that like Microsoft just let Rare make something instead of like dictating what it was they were going to do. Or I think the issue with like their Xbox 360 launch was that they had like 3 or 4 games they were working on at the same time and stuff. I think it's a weird. It's like the Microsoft bought the company and then stepped on them. We're like, no, you're gonna stifle your creativity.
It's hard to say that though. Like, how
some of the games are good.
That's what happened?
Yeah. I mean, like I'm saying, like a lot of behind the scenes stuff. There's a ton of canceled projects, and at where a lot of their games just started underperforming as well. Microsoft pulled them and started. They were like, you're making Connect Sports, like, for a while. That's all they did. Like they made like 3 Connect Sports games.
Yeah, but do they get pulled because they're bad? Like, because you don't want to. You also don't want to put out a product.
Okay, well, Nuts and Bolts was the catalyst for that. That game did not sell.
Of course.
That's why they got pulled for that. But I still feel that Microsoft, like, if you look at their canceled projects, that Microsoft still is to blame for part of it. I'm not saying all of it. I'm saying part of it. I'm saying that maybe it was just a bad match.
If I could turn back time, I'd make Banjo 3.
Hey, Viva Pinata is awesome. They should just put that on Switch. That's where that game belongs.
What's it about?
It's a gardening game where you attract pinatas to your garden. It's basically like a Stardew Valley-ish game, or like
or
like Harvest Moon.
Or it's about what if pinatas were cannibals?
You can make them fuck. But yeah, it's just if you look at their output after the buyout, man, it's not. I love Rare, but it's hard to put them up there.
B.
Yeah, they've had Killer Instinct that was all right. Sea of Thieves is actually kind of fun, depending on who you're playing with.
It's not my thing,
And
but I see the
about
appeal
it.
of that one.
I would probably put it C.
It's hard. My emotional attachment. I give it the bonus point for the Rare replay. Like, I don't know. I am appreciative of being able to play Kazooie, Tooie, and Conker on the big screen. It actually looks really good and it plays really well and it's, faithful, I guess. I mean, even post buyout, like, would I have played Saber Man? No.
Brave Man.
Slaloms?
Cameo 2 looked cool. I got canceled. Cameo was fun. That's a fun game.
Yeah. I liked Cameo. It
Viva
was a nice Cameo.
Pinata's a good game.
Yeah.
Like, I think like the only 2 games post buyout that were really like punches to the jaw for me were like Perfect Dark Zero.
Yes.
And I'm gonna say Nuts and Bolts, but I actually I like Nuts and Bolts, but it's not what the franchise needed.
Yeah. I used to be more offended by it. I don't think I am as much anymore. I think time has healed the wounds. But I can get over it. I get that. Like, also the other thing too is like Rare has not made a ukulele, and ukulele was just like lambasted to hell and back. It was fine for what it was, but at the same time, I do understand that like maybe just the Rare of the past is done.
I think ukulele is taking all the Nuts and Bolts hate that I used to get. I think people are like now attacking ukulele.
Yeah, I don't necessarily hate ukulele either. I don't feel like a lot of the people.
It was fine.
Yeah, it was fine.
Yeah, it was fine. Like
Yeah.
it's all right.
I think
Oh,
people's
man.
expectations were just too high.
Yeah.
Well, it's yeah, but like, if you played Banjo, the game's so fucking good.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Is that it's like, well, Banjo is great, so this has to be better, right? And it's like, one, you're wrestling with nostalgia at that point.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to beat that.
Where are we putting it, guys?
B for Banjo.
I'm
C for
D.
Sea of Thieves.
D for this game. This company blows. That's what I'm saying.
Dud.
Dead to me.
I agree with Axel. He said C. I agree with C.
Well, Sea of Thieves did not save it.
Nobody made it
has
to
be-
D.
Let's see.
Sea of Thieves didn't put it in the D, so that's all that mattered.
Quick, move Dead
Nobody-
Rising.
I don't like Dead
Move
Rising.
Dead Rising to get our D.
Do it. I don't like Dead Rising. Get it out of there.
All right, fuck you.
You gotta have one D.
1D. Dead
There
Rising.
we go.
Fuck off.
There's our list. We did it, guys.
You're gonna get a lot of hate that Gears is above Halo.
Partly my
Group
doing,
hug.
but
You cannot argue that the Gears games are worse than Halo 4 and 5. At me. Let's go. I got a
Find a
chainsaw
sweater.
gun.
Craft me. Minecraft. Go.
It's a good list. You know, I'm happy with this list, though. I think it's a good list.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a solid list.
A solid C.
Now you have to do a
Dun, dun, dun.
PlayStation one.
Yeah, that's the PlayStation list.
Save it and make it our banner.
Dun, dun, dun. So if you enjoyed this ranking episode, this is a weird discourse thing we decided to do, let us know, and maybe we'll do more in the future. It was fun.
Yeah, we're good.
I learned
Thanks
a
Thanks,
for
lot.
having me
Axel.
on. Yeah. Don't play Roblox.
Everybody play Roblox and then send your screenshots to Axel. Spam them with Roblox screenshots.
And queries for Robux.
Yeah.
Look at all these babies I bought.
It can be a baby.
Let us know in the comments what your rankings would have been and what franchises we missed, because we probably missed your favorite.
Elder Scrolls.
Yeah,
gets the best plush.
If your favorite franchise didn't make this list, it's because it sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it wasn't a franchise.
Sorry, Blinx the Time Sweeper.
Yeah.
Sorry, Crimson
Doom.
Skies. That was one game. It's a good game. Though.
Doom 3.
Sorry,
Minesweeper.
Fusion Frenzy. Dude, if
Sorry,
Doom 3
Connect.
was on, if listen, if we put Doom on the list, it would be above S.
For Doom 3?
Yeah, for all of them.
Oh, okay.
Unfair. Doom would have won. They would be doomed.
We do
Murder.
Go up
them.
against Doom. I wish I was wearing my Doom T-shirt right now.
Sorry, Jade
I'm
Empire.
wearing Ghost Recon. Whoops.
Quick, go change.
Oh yeah, the Knights,
It's
the Old
dirty.
Republic, BioWare's game.
Oh shit! BioWare. We didn't put any BioWare.
Redo.
Anything you guys want to go out on?
Fortnite sucks.
Fortnite sucks. Axel, Fortnite or Roblox?
Fortnite.
Really?
You heard it here. The Fortnite.
Fortnite.
What makes Fortnite
Fortnite,
better than Roblox?
It's got Marvel characters that you pay for instead of babies.
Okay.
You do something in it. Roblox, you just kind of walk around and talk and give them your money.
Hit the road, blocks, and don't you come, blocks.
Roblox. Boo 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 Roblox. Yeah. Yeah.
Man, I haven't heard the one that Teddy was
row
singing
your
in
blocks
forever.
gently down
Oh, I was
the
doing Hanson though.
screen. Gears of War, Gears
was
of War,
Teddy
Gears of War, Gears of War. Life is rare. Replay.
Teddy was doing. Hold on. What was the one you were doing before this? I haven't heard that song in forever.
Hit the road, Jack. And don't
Hit
you
the
come
road, Jack. Don't come back no more, no more, no more, no more.
Game Pass. Don't forget to be part of our community discourse.
Yeah, you'll probably get like 3 people doing it.
back.
It'll
Me,
be us.
Spencer, and Alex.
No, Terry will definitely have one. I can't wait to.
Oh,
I
I
hear
already
that
know
one.
Terry's.
He's
I already
working on it
visualize
now as we record.
Probably, dude. It's
Right.
probably already up.
He's like, how can I put it in under 3 minutes?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Just say it really fast.
He's gonna work.
Yeah, he's gonna
do
fast
good work on
forward.
this one. Or we're getting an
Gonna speed up the
8-second
voice.
video.
Yeah, I think Terry just stroked out just at the thought of it. He just like fell over.
What do you want? Free games? No.
This is the moment I've
So
been
what do you
waiting
want?
for. Finally, I get to shit on Xbox.
No, he'd probably just stay off YouTube for the whole month.
Xbox, aka No Terry Month.
No Terry month.
Damn. Sorry, Terry. I said hey at the beginning, but maybe you weren't listening.
Well, thanks for listening. Don't forget to grab your Mountain Dews and play some Xbox today.
Yeah, brony. Yeah.
Let's all go out. Let's all go out on our cringiest gamer tag we can come up with.
It's gonna have X's in it for sure.
I was just thinking that it's gotta have the lowercase x and the uppercase one. So that's a given. And then what's in the middle?
I have actually changed my name like 3 times. I think my first name was Axel Wolfwood,
Kind of cool.
and then I got tired of people calling me Wood, so I ended up changing it to Revolver Axelot.
Oh my god, that's fucking cool. Oh, and that's your thing on here. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
freaking awesome one. I like that.
Mine's always been beautiful, Alex.
Well, I got the 360 like right
Oh,
after
my
it came
grave.
out, but Axel was already taken. So
What cringiest name I can come up with? We still have some pretty cringy ones. Me and Spencer are playing.
Oh yeah.
It's like
Anything
Dark,
we come up with,
Dark
will be-
Master X or something.
anything we come up with today will be far underscored once you just turn on Xbox Live for 1 hour.
yeah, just
Dick
play some Call of
Master?
Duty.
Dick Master Triple X.
But it's worse when they're not trying to be ironic. Like when they're like on like
Forza
they came up with,
Master
like, the-
69X.
Yeah.
I played Valorant the other day, and there was a guy and a girl, I guess, on there. One was called his bathroom, the other one's called her bathroom as their names.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
like as in the other person like shits in their mouth.
I have no idea.
Piss on their chest.
Just XXX triple X underscore X.
Hit him with the baby wipe.
Clean me up.
If
Clean me up, buddy.
if you're a couple and your names are those, I hope you don't last.
Hope you'll be divorced in a week.
Oh, I hope you guys get married and have a fun future.
Oh, it's gonna be
If I
fun.
if I saw
Fun
a
guy.
couple wearing T-shirts that said that in public, I would punch them both at the same time, like double punch.
Ooh, don't go to Disneyland.
Double punch.
I see couples all the time. They're like families. I see not just couples, but like entire families that have like themed shirts together.
Yeah, but not like that. Not like
They all
you
got
shit
their-
on each other.
They all got their own jerseys.
I shit on her face.
Just shit on my kid's face.
Pass me the toilet paper,
Daddy
honey.
shits on me. Yeah.
Can I have a Listerine?
It's a good place to stop.
Hey y'all, don't forget to subscribe to them Button Mappers.